also peer pressure, and a lot of
Oh
topics
my.
that
Peer
young
pressure.
people have to
Yes.
deal with.
Right.
Peer pressure.
Oh.
And that year, I think it's been about 12 years ago, so
School
it's been
sex.
quite a while. And I do recall some of the young people, the ones that I had on the billet to minister, to speak, they were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were little preachers, upcoming preachers and teachers, and all different backgrounds in careers, and different backgrounds in the churches and what have you. But those are the kind of conferences and retreats I've held thus far. I've also, my outreach ministry has also touched those in prisons, and
Wonderful.
one of the organizations in the District of Columbia, Zest Incorporated, when I first started out, I dealt with families, young mothers and children who really needed some help with raising their children. So we were there in those homes, and with organizations.
You actually go to the homes?
Couple of homes I've
Yes?
gone to. Married couples that were in trouble, young married couples, I've gone to their homes with counseling, and just been reaching out to the people of God in all ways.
Yeah, well, I think that your emphasis on the young people is really wonderful, because they seem to be lost, you know, with so many things that are going on. And that peer pressure is something that is tough. It's easy to say, you know, don't associate with Johnny or Mary or something like that, but it's tough. You have to make a relationship of them doing the right thing, regardless of what the peers are doing. Because I know I went through the same thing myself. They used to call my brother and I squares because we didn't smoke or drink. You know, and the square
That's
brothers,
okay.
Ed Brown and his brother, they squares, you know. But those are things they got to understand they have to push aside, because what it generally leads to a lot of problems where youngsters have gotten into trouble because they were in the wrong environment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. They just was associated with the wrong people. And those people are the one. And a teenager is one of the toughest individuals to get reality to, because they figure they know everything, they've been everywhere, and that you're old-fashioned. You know, you don't do that. That's old. You know, they're quick to say that, but it's so very important. They have to understand, because what it does is follows you to your grave.
And I
That follows you, and that's what happened with the young people. They get a car, they get their buddies in there, they start driving, or the same thing with the girls too. And then something happens, and just because they were in the environment, they didn't do anything. But that's what they have to, that really has, you can't overemphasize that, because you dealt with the young teenagers, you know, that you can't, ain't nothing that they haven't seen or been, you are old-fashioned, you know what I mean? They don't want to hear nothing, you know. And this is the thing, that your ministry, getting involved with the youth, is so very important. They don't realize it follows them to their grave. When they go out and get a job and they have a record, whether it was driving or whatever, the record is that they've been unemployable. That's the first thing that happens when you go in. They want to know, if you have a record, I don't care if you have 9 PhDs, they're not going to hire you.
Exactly.
You understand what I mean?
Exactly.
And see, they got to understand that, you know, being accepted is not the right thing to look for. They want to be accepted by the peers, so they have a tendency to deal with the peers. And they have to understand that whatever your peers, you have to make up your own mind. And the only man you listen to is God upstairs. And then you talk to him, he'll tell you. You just give him a little time. He'll tell you whether you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. See? Now tell us something about the ministry. You coming up with a program there in June. Tell us about
an
that.
upcoming
That's
program,
a couples program.
A couples retreat.
Right.
Yes.
We're reaching out to couples. This is my first annual couples retreat.
Congratulations.
So yes,
Yeah. That's a tough one too.
It is a tough one. It is. I am learning that as I was in preparation
I
with
can tell
it.
you that.
Learning that it is a very tough.
You got two opinions there.
Yes.
Only one thing is right.
Yes. Even with this, it's coming up in June, a couples retreat, and the theme for this is after the vows, beyond the honeymoon.
Wow.
And what I want to do here is awaken individuals, couples, relationship, and so they can discover their partnership all over again. I want them to be able to find greater intimacy and co-creativity and spiritual growth, and to take communication to another level, listening skills to another level, and to find the love and the joy and passion that's possible in making a marriage work, or couples that are looking to get married.
So
work.
we need to know, where is this retreat, Reverend Williams? Where is it going to be?
It's going to be held at the Marriott Hotel in Spring Hill by Marriott Hotel in Bel Air, Maryland. That's 1420 Handler Drive in Bel Air, Maryland. And it's going to be held on Saturday, June the 20th of this year. We have workshops, topics that are how to love your husband, how to love your wife, intimacy and communication,
now,
trust.
Yeah, that's very sensitive, intimacy.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you get in a lot of situations there.
Yes.
You know, that when you deal with intimacy, you talk about time, and time generally has a terrific effect on intimacy.
Yes,
you know what
it
I mean?
does. Yes.
And they don't realize that, because I think they are enjoying themselves so at the beginning. They think that it's going to be that way all the
Throughout.
time, but
Exactly.
it's not.
Exactly.
But because that's one of the things that I use the term of getting hooked.
Yes.
Sometimes intimacy is one of the primary items.
Well, you
when
need to
you
come
first
and
start.
talk to us about some of that.
Yeah. And Reverend Williams is married
Yes.
to Mitchell Williams, and they have 2 adult children.
Is that right?
Yes.
You
Speak
better
on that.
mention
Yeah.
their names. You
Yes,
get beat up.
oh yes, I will. My firstborn is Tavares.
Yeah.
He's now in Japan. He was in the U.S. Navy, United States Navy,
Oh, great.
and he loved Japan so much till
so
he's
did
still
I.
there. He's still there.
I love
and,
Konnichiwa.
Oh yes, so he's still there, and my daughter Tanya. And she's in IT, information technology.
Is that right?
And she has a little 3-year-old, my granddaughter, Charity.
Oh, you better mention her.
Charity.
How old is she? 3
She's
years?
3 years
Oh,
old.
she just passed the
Yeah,
terrible
well,
two.
yes, she's
You
very,
didn't want to get beat
very,
up.
she's
Well,
very active
I
and
tell
very
you,
lovable.
We really need
and
more time to go over
Yes.
this. We'd like to have you back.
Yes.
And we can talk about the conference that you had and everything.
Yes.
And we like to share that with you. After conference is in June, maybe July, or sometime after the conference, you come back and let us know, basically. Because the job that you're doing is wonderful. Congratulate. It's a tough job dealing with the intimacy with marriage and young people. That is a job. If more of us would take time with the young people, I think that things would improve in this world. But most of us, we so busy making money that, or trying to get the physical things, that we forget it takes time to raise a family. And you're going to have ups and downs. See, the picture that they paint is that it's all roses. It ain't roses all the time.
It's not.
Okay. It's really great to have you here.
Yes.